All right, howdy, folkses. Sorry about that. I just went live immediately because
all right.
I was just like, "Fuck it, let's go live."
Okay. I wish we could.
I'll do it live. Fuck it.
I wish you. Oh, we're already live. Fuck.
Yes, we're already live.
I haven't got a chance to pull up the chat yet. Yeah, we see you, dude. Thank you for having pants.
Dude, you know what? You don't know anything about me without pants on. Okay, let's just get.
I don't want to know.
Right
I don't want to know anything about you with pants.
So don't
pants,
talk like you do. As if watching me without pants isn't like a sight of God. Don't talk shit about me being naked.
Oh hell no! I don't want to see you naked.
I'm sure there are a couple people out there that wouldn't mind. Okay, nobody can come to my defense.
I don't think anyone on this panel right now would want to.
No.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
Well, it's not that I don't want to see you naked. I mean, I'm always down with seeing
Thank you, Dave.
But, you know,
Thank you, Daniel. You're the one person
I am not going to quote Ray Stevens. I do naked.
Is all I
and
have.
Nick call him the streak. Woo! I see Star Trek is in your title, Mike.
Oh yeah. I know I said I would try to watch the first 4 episodes of Starfleet Academy, but I only watched the first 2, and I didn't even get around to it till last night.
Sorry, before you do that, I want to make 2 Star Trek announcements.
All right, go ahead.
Number 1, happy birthday, Jerry Ryan.
Hold on, Jerry Ryan or Jerry O'Connell?
Ryan.
Because you said Jerry O'Ryan, or at least that's what I heard. I'm like, O'Ryan.
No, not O'Connell. Ryan, 709. Today's the birthday. And the second one is...
He said Ryan.
Yeah.
Okay, then I misheard then. Because I'm like, Jerry O'Ryan. What the fuck is he talking about?
Okay, second Star Trek announcement. If you have not seen the new Sulu documentary called Beam Me Up Sulu, go ahead and see that because Katie Nicolau was in that, by the way.
I saw that on Twitter this morning.
There was a Sulu joke I saw on some YouTube channel. I can't remember what the joke was, but I think it had to do with what you're talking about, and it made a fucking hilarious joke. Oh God, I gotta look this up because it was funny as hell, man. They even animated it too, like it was like an animated Sulu saying "Sulu show." Oh, he said something. It was fucking hilarious. Anyway, go ahead.
I like how you said it was so funny and you couldn't even remember what was said.
I can't remember what it was. I watched it. Was like yes. When did the documentary come out? When did this come out?
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
I'm talking Elihu. He's the one who said it.
Sorry, what was the question?
When did this documentary come out? Like, was it recent?
Yes, very, very recent.
Okay, so yeah, it was like yesterday or something, and they were making like a cartoon Family Guy joke, and it was like Sulu, and he was like, "Oh, the Sulu documentary," and he said, "I thought maybe you guys would know what I'm talking about, be able to ring in." So anyway, go ahead.
Hold on, I'm looking it up right now.
I'll just get naked, okay? I'm sorry. I'm just. Way to kill a stream, LDG. I'm sorry. I know.
Bang.
No. It came out in 2025.
Okay, so recent then. Yeah.
Yeah, recently.
I'm trying to find the exact date.
I gotta look it up. It was. I laughed. I almost choked when I heard it. It was something funny though.
Hey, look at that. A stranger just popped in the chat. Who is this gap after dark?
Hold on. I need to correct myself. It was made in 2025. It was released February 17th. So it was released less than a week ago.
This month.
Tuesday.
Yeah. Tuesday.
It was last Tuesday then.
So yeah, I have not seen it yet. And yes, I know, Gap. It's been forever since we've had a chance to see you in the comments.
No, we never get to catch you, Gap.
Yeah, who's this Gap person?
What do you mean? He was in the last stream. He was talking about my foot being radioactive.
Of course we know. Gap always makes jokes.
Oh my God.
Okay, I'm sorry. You want my nerd card? God damn it.
No, what we need to do is we need to put some LDG sarcasm detectors on those satellites from the last episode, so he'll be able to detect when people are talking facetiously.
You better put my foot detector on your ass. That's what you need to do. There, I made up for my bad beginning.
Dude,
okay, there we go.
Dude, I did not want that lemon cell monster in my butthole. Okay, keep your foot away from my ass.
There we go. It's not a stream without a pickle's foot in someone's ass.
Yeah, I don't want that lemon cell monster in my asshole. Keep your foot away.
Sounds like next week's title.
Nice. Gap just did a bunch of foot emojis.
All right.
Okay, back to Star Trek Academy.
Oh my god.
All right. So,
cute.
how many of you have actually seen the first episode?
I haven't. What's it streaming on?
YouTube.
Paramount Plus.
The first episode is also free on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
No,
well,
it's not anymore. Not anymore,
Oh,
Elihu.
Gosh,
Oh
dang it.
man.
All right. Well, I don't get to watch it then.
All right. So I watched it.
Don't get to
Elihu
watch
watched
what?
it. Starfleet Academy. Have you seen at least the first 2 episodes yet?
No, I have not had a
No.
chance to.
He's in
All right,
I was
well-
in a scene where
Pieces of
somebody
it.
someone swallowed their communicator or some shit. I saw that scene this morning.
Yeah, it's a quick little line. It has nothing to do with the plot. It's just like a little joke. And I don't understand the big deal about, like, everyone was making about it. Like, how can you swallow a communicator? I'm like, my God, people, it was a fucking joke.
I'll be back.
And if you don't think that Star Trek shouldn't make stupid jokes all the time, please don't ever watch the original series.
Well, it makes complete sense. You think
Or
you're in the
TNG,
future,
or
right?
Voyager,
If the
or DS9.
communicator realizes that you swallowed it, it automatically, replicates itself into candy, so you don't choke. I'm serious, right? Like Star Trek would be that pretty much like high tech, right? If you accidentally swallow something, it just transports itself either out of the body or turns itself into some kind of edible, chewable.
Maybe the new ones could, but I don't know about the older ones.
Starfleet Academy.
But let's go ahead and talk about that little issue.
Okay.
Now, they're like, well, how can someone just swallow a comm badge? That makes no sense. That's stupid. I will tell you.
Have you seen what people swallow today?
I will say, hold on. Day one of one of my college classes back, and we're talking, 2024. Okay. I'm sorry, 2004, not 2024. There was a kid in my class who was so nervous about our American history class, he swallowed a pen. An entire pen. He was nervously chewing on it, accidentally inhaled it, and swallowed it.
Okay, so I mean, the closest thing I've done to this, and I don't know if any of you guys can like vouch for me right now, because it'd be really cool if you could. The closest thing I've ever done to like sticking something long down any kind of hole or up any kind of hole.
I don't want to know that, dude.
No, listen. So the only time I've ever done something like that, and by accident, not on purpose, by accident.
Glory hole behind the trash can.
Listen, shut up. Is I was cleaning. I had a bad nose at the moment, and I was cleaning my nose with a Q-tip. And I was like sticking the Q-tip up my nose to get the back end, and I accidentally inhaled the fucking Q-tip, and the Q-tip went like past the point of my fingers being able to grab it and pull it out, and I literally had to, and I'm like an entire Q-tip, and I ain't talking about those small ones either. The entire Q-tip went up my nose accidentally, and I couldn't reach it. And I was like, when something bad happens to you, and your brain goes to, you got to go to the fucking hospital right now. Like that triggered. Oh yeah, that fucking triggered. Like I was worried. Like I actually was afraid of like going to the hospital, and I ended up having to take a emergency like stop breathing out my nose. First of all, like I literally opened my mouth and I was like, oh my God, I can't breathe. I can't sneeze. Don't sneeze. Please don't fucking sneeze. And I grabbed the freaking pliers and I stuck it up my nose, and I was able to grab it and pull it out. The only problem is when I pulled it out, the cotton swab that was on the other end was missing.
Cotton brain.
That's.
Oh no.
I
So-
hope it went down my throat and I just digested it. I hope, but that thing was way up my fucking nose.
And I'm going to continue. I'm going to continue this joke because about
It's not a
swallowing.
I'm not kidding, dude. That actually happened.
I get that, LDG. When I was a junior in high school, we were taking the SATs. There was a girl sitting next to me who was so nervous about her SATs. When she was handed the little stack of papers, we had some stuff that was stapled together. We had some stuff that was paper clipped together. She was nervously chewing on a paper clip, and she swallowed the paper clip.
How do you chew metal? But okay, yeah, sure.
People chew on weird stuff all the time.
I was making a joke. I know.
Playing with it with your tongue and stuff.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
I remember her swallowing it. She's going, "What should I do? I just swallowed a paper clip." I said, "Well, why don't you tell the teacher?" And they're like, "Well, I don't want to miss taking the test." So she didn't tell anybody she swallowed a fucking paper clip until after the test. So yeah, people swallow stupid stuff when they're nervous. It happens. And if you're talking about an entire class of academy students, I can understand a couple of them being nervous, and one of them at least swallowing it. It was a stupid fucking joke.
I think that's what they were going for.
Yeah, it was a freaking joke. The amount of hate people put online for this stupid line, dude. Not everything has to be serious when it comes to Star Trek. And if you think so, you probably hate the episode Trouble with Tribbles.
Besides, 3 words.
AI.
What kind of line?
Shit. Tide Pod Challenge. People do.
Oh yeah.
Challenge, yeah. Yeah. But all these people got to understand that all these shows right now, there is a fraction of it that's completely AI like inspired. Like AI is coming up with this shit. So whenever you see something like that, I mean, like I give you another example. It's like when Picard season 3, I think it was, and they did that obvious mistake where they said that all shapeshifters have buckets. Like that was obvious, right? Like you have to be an idiot to know that only Odo had a bucket. But in Picard, they were trying to mention that we defeated the changeling by finding his bucket, which so happened to look exactly like Odo's bucket. Like fucking AI, dude. It's AI. The only AI would make that stupid. You would have to be pretty fucking dumb to make that mistake.
Well,
so swallowing their communicator.
Hold on.
Yeah, what?
At that point in Star Trek history, we knew that shapeshifters do need to go to their liquid state at some point, right?
No, yes, but the point is the only Odo had the bucket because all other AI incorrect, because we found out even Odo realized after season 4 or 5 that he didn't need the bucket. He gave the bucket to his girlfriend at the time because he didn't need to be in the bucket, and he found out that he thought he needed a bucket, but he didn't really need a bucket. He just needed to like change shape fucking across his room and shit. So that's a lie.
No.
Shapeshifters.
What are you talking about? That's not what you're talking about.
He still needed his bucket to rest, and he used the items in his room to learn how to shapeshift. He still rested in his bucket.
That's what he used the items in his room for. It was to practice his shapeshifting, not for whatever purpose you're talking about. He always needed to return to his gelatinous state. He just preferred using a bucket.
Yes, and he gave his bucket away to Kira. When he realized he didn't need the bucket anymore, he gave his bucket, put a plant in it or tree in it, and he gave it to Kira. I remember that episode clear as fucking day. There was no other shapeshifter ever on the series that had a fucking bucket. Not one. Not Laz, not the freaking founders. None of them needed a bucket. Only Odo did, and then the second he realized he didn't need it anymore, he gave his bucket away. So when I was in Star Trek, and they're like, "Oh, how do we find the infiltrator? Let's look for his bucket." What? No,
I'm looking it
it's
up.
complete bullshit.
Okay.
I'm looking this up right now myself, right here.
Hold on. I'm bringing this up. In the last possible episode of Star Trek Deep Space Nine, because Odo was returning to the Great Link, he gave Kira his bucket. It wasn't because he didn't need it. It was because he was returning to the Great Link. So whatever you're talking about, LDG, is still bullshit.
Don't make me pull this. Don't pull my nerd card right now, motherfucker, because I will pull it up. He literally said he doesn't need his bucket anymore. He never needed his bucket. And I don't believe it was the last episode. Are you chat GPTing this?
Hang on a second, guys. Let me chime in here.
You chat GPT
hang on.
this right now.
No. LGG, let me try. Mike, guys, I have the answer right here. The abandoned episode, season 2, episode 6. Odo learns proper changing ways and stops using his bucket entirely. He spreads out across the floor of his quarters to regenerate freely, keeping the bucket only as a memento with a plant in it.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Well, I'm going to Memory Alpha because they literally have a article.
I read it off of Memory Alpha. That's what I just read it off of. Season 2, episode 6, The Abandoned. I just read it for you.
Let's go off the episode where anybody
Memory
can
Alpha.
edit it. Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Yeah. He didn't need his bucket. Any Star Trek fan knows what I'm saying is correct.
Season 2, episode 6.
But originally your evidence to support your argument was flawed to begin with.
No, how?
Because you said they gave Kira his bucket in like season 4, and I'm like, no, it was the last fucking episode.
I'll look it up. You know what? Go ahead and continue with your show. I'm going to look this up so I can like bring myself back to freaking nerd card status. Go ahead, continue. It's been a minute, okay? Ever since Bird died, I haven't been watching Deep Space Nine. I'm sorry.
I just gave you the answer.
Yeah, but I can't trust any of you right now. I can only trust myself.
I will say this right now. According to Memory Alpha, after his encounter with the Founders, Odo stopped using the bucket and got himself assigned to personal quarters. He would instead revert to his gelatinous shape and shapeshift freely throughout the room, allowing himself to spread across the floor when needed to become gelatinous. He still needed a container. Hold on. He still needed a container, LDG. He just used the entirety of his quarters, not just the bucket.
Are you fucking kidding me? Bro, do I have to shove my foot so far up your ass you're sneezing my fucking... Yeah, but that literally means you're calling his quarters a bucket. Are you serious?
Yes. Okay. Essentially, yes.
Without any containment of tight space, his liquid could spread uncontrollably. The bucket was basically used just as habitual, basically to hold his shape in.
So you could replace his quarters with a planet. You could replace his quarters with like any fucking sized room.
Dude, do you remember when he had to? Do you remember had to revert to when he was trapped in that turbulence with Louisiana Troy? He didn't need a bucket. He put him to a gelatinous tube in a dress. He didn't need a bucket then. Okay, he does not need a bucket to regenerate. Use Louisiana Troy's dress. Come on, remember this?
Hold on. So LDG, your point is still. Hold on. Your point is about Picard is still true. But your reasoning to get there was flawed.
Well, no, my reasoning to get there was maybe explained, but I was trying to say that changelings they advertised it that changelings need buckets. That was the fucking point. The guy literally said, we found the changeling because I looked in a fucking corner or closet or something and I found his bucket. That was the fucking point of Picard. They literally
some janitor.
All right, LDG.
Who the hell stole my bucket?
LDG, hold on. Mike, here's the thing. Was the changeling they were talking about trying to remain incognito?
I mean, I guess technically, but if you want to stay incognito, you don't want to assimilate yourself into a bucket.
According to Deep Space Nine, Odo said he could maintain his solid form for about 18 hours before he needed to rest for a few hours in his gelatinous state.
Well, now, technically, okay. So wait, stop.
Hold on. Let me finish my point before you interrupt me. Let me finich my point before you interrupt me.
16 hours, not 18.
So the changeling trying to hide himself, who periodically needs to go to his gelatinous state, would need somewhere to hide where he's not spread across an entire fucking planet or room or whatever.
You don't instantly spread. You stay
use it for
with
privacy,
you
guys.
stay when you're in gelatinous state. You still control the form of your gelatinous state. You don't just infinitely.
No,
spread.
that's what. That's the whole point of it. It has to return to a liquid state or a gelatinous state. You're not holding that position.
Jello stays in a general position. If you have
Think
a
of it
flat
like
plate
sleep.
and you put Jello on it, it still stays on the plate. It doesn't like fall off the plate.
Sure, it would.
No, it doesn't. Take a flat plate, put some Jello in it, and it stays Jello on the fucking plate. It doesn't infinitely freaking diffuse across the floor,
Yes.
the surface.
Oh my freaking God! Are you freaking kidding me?
Dude,
Jello will absolutely do that if you leave it out at room temperature.
No, God damn it. Only if it melts to its fucking liquid form, which shapeshifters do not do. They stay in that gelatinous state. That's why they call it gelatinous. It doesn't,
let me put it this way.
diffuse the liquid.
Wait, hold on. Do you move in your sleep?
Who the fuck doesn't?
All right, think of it this way. They would still move in their sleep.
Oh, you have limbs and arms and muscles that make you move. When you're gelatinous, you're fucking Jello.
No, you're gelatinous. You're not necessarily Jello.
You're not liquid. Jello, if left out at room temperature, goes from a gelatinous state to a liquid state.
Exactly.
Do not do that. They stay in the gelatinous state permanently. They're always gelatinous. That's why they call it gelatinous.
You have no evidence to back that up.
Every fucking episode, every fucking one, you don't see a liquid shapeshifter unless they're taking the shape of fucking liquid.
But they need to be liquid to rest.
No, it's gelatinous. It's
so
gelatinous.
What Vile is saying is shapeshifters melt at room temperature?
No, they don't. That's what I'm saying. They don't. Yes, he's saying they do. But they don't.
I was making a joke referring to his specific comment about Jello. I'm like, you're freaking crazy.
Son of a bitch.
You've never seen Jello at a party melt?
Original conversation was how AI is a part of freaking scripts, and I gave you a good freaking I gave you a good example of how freaking AI was in Picard and how AI could easily misunderstand.
I don't think it was AI. No. I'm sorry. It was not AI. It was probably just a random joke that they threw in there to explain what happened.
Yeah.
And your reasoning behind it is not supported by the evidence. I'm sorry. Now let's go back to Starfleet Academy.
That's stupid. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Now, Elihu, can you remind me what else did people normally say about this the first episode that they complained about? Because as I said, when I watched it, I enjoyed the whole thing, at least the first episode.
Okay, people were reminiscing that it reminded them of a '90s drama like 90210, Dawson's Creek, like a high school teen drama. That's what people were upset.
And what's wrong with that?
Like 9021 Trek.
They were expecting space battles, that sort of stuff, instead of diplomacy. But they were upset because they got high school antics.
But I'm specifically referring to the first episode because the first episode had a space battle.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, I was talking about episode 2.
So episode 1 had a space battle. They had diplomacy. They tricked the space pirates. Sorry for spoiler about there being space pirates.
Oh no.
They showcased individual abilities for each or for some of the main characters, including Jock Dude, who is set up to be the antagonist that befriends the protagonist, which is a common trope in a lot of fiction. The main character, the little kid who turns into that becomes the
Caleb,
main protagonist, I would say.
Yeah,
they showcased his intelligence, and in fact, they even telegraphed it. They mentioned beforehand that he had experience hacking programmable matter, and that becomes a plot point, which was great. If you're worried about, how could they take over the ship? My fucking God, Star Trek is full of their ships getting taken over by smaller crews or by smaller enemies.
Look at Prodigy. Come on.
well, you got Prodigy, which is the whole series based on that.
Yeah.
You got one little ship in Deep Space Nine. You have
the Enterprise. The Binars took over the Enterprise.
The Binars taking over the Enterprise D. You got the Andromedans taking over the Connie, the original Connie. You have the Reliant crew taking over the Khan taking over the Reliant. All the fucking time, we have a small amount of people taking over a Starfleet ship. It's a fucking trope.
Didn't you have Star Trek 3 where Kirk took over?
Another example. Hell, we literally have that example in 4 or 3 movies. You got Star Trek 2, Star Trek 3, and Star Trek 4. All about a small crew taking over a ship. It happens all the time.
I do have to say this. The best thing about episode 1, 2, 3, 7, Paul fucking Giamatti. Holy fucking shit. This dude needs an Emmy.
Oh, I thought he did a great job.
He needs a fucking Emmy. Holy shit. Especially in episode 6. Holy shit.
I haven't seen episode 6. I've only seen the first 2.
I know, but his character, oh, holy shit. You're going to love episode 6. Trust me. But also, people
we'll see if I get to episode 6. I might just do 2 episodes a week for now. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed episode 1. Did it have a lot of Star Trek cliches? Abso-fucking-lutely. Did it have a lot of Star Trek tropes? Abso-fucking-lutely. But to me, that's what made it Star Trek. Was the adherence to Starfleet or Star Trek tropes. And I will say this. It actually got some laughs out of me. When the main protagonist character goes, "I'm not getting the haircut." And then he walks through the little arch and it automatically gives him a haircut. And he's like,
yeah.
I'm like, to me, that is every military guy who goes in to get his haircut when he first joins the military. He's like, don't cut too much off or, whatnot. And they just shave him bald every single fucking time.
Dude, pay attention to Darum's character. He has a great arc.
I'm sorry. I thought that actually got a laugh out of me. Robert Ricardo, I think he did a great job.
By the way, that smile and smirk was unscripted. He was supposed to just laugh. He actually smirked instead. Caleb, he was supposed to laugh, but he smirked. He forgot to laugh.
At what? For what point?
The haircut turned around. He was supposed to laugh, but he just smirked. When Darren turned around after he got the haircut, he touched his hair. When Darren went to the transporter like this, Carol goes, he was supposed to laugh. He was not supposed to smirk. But that smirk actually paid off. I like that.
But, yeah, I mean, I know some people are like, well, what else do people complain about? The Jem'Hadar Klingon lady.
Oh, my gosh. She's a fucking funny comedian.
I'm sorry. I really love that character. I don't know much about the actress, but that character. One, she mentions that her father was Jem'Hadar and her mother was Klingon, and to me, that made sense as to why they were like, well, how can there be a female Jem'Hadar? And I'm like, well, it makes sense if the father was male. I mean, doesn't that make sense? Yeah, her father was male. The only reason she's female is because her father had sex with a Klingon. And if you might think, like, what? Well, why would a Jem'Hadar do that? I would go back to the prison episode with Worf, where Worf continued to fight during the, all those little fights at the Jem'Hadar prison. Mm-hmm. And the Jem'Hadar was like, I can't defeat this Klingon. I can only kill him. He learned to respect the Klingon just through battle and everything else. And you'd say, that's not how Jem'Hadar are made. Well, I would argue with the point where this is fucking Star Trek.
That's bullshit.
They
killed Wayoon because of honor, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
They killed their own freaking leader because of honor.
If by chance that a Klingon and a Jem'Hadar happen to fall in love because they both, respect and honor each other with all their battle prowess, whatever.
Why do people always have to fall in love? Why can't people just have some, uncomplicated sex?
Well, that happens. Trust me, that happens.
The reason I would argue that, hold on, Daniel, I respect your point, but I want to say, assuming they don't have a Jem'Hadar doesn't necessarily have the capabilities or the organs to actually have sex, because maybe they were just bred that way. Even today, we can take the a woman's ovum, remove the DNA, put the DNA from a donor in, and create a person. We can do that today. So it can be easily done, I would assume, with Star Trek level technology, to take the DNA from a creature that doesn't have the sex organs to create a viable ovum for a hybrid to be created.
See, that's more romantic.
It's been 1,000 years, Gap.
Yeah. I'm not a romantic person.
Well, and who cares? I mean, it's obviously possible that a Jem'Hadar and a Klingon could have a child together. And it was made clear that the father was the male.
It is possible because if you remember in Enterprise, Trip and T'Pol had a biologically engineered kid that did not survive. They said that Vulcans and humans cannot make. But yet you got Spock, and they found a way to do this. So it's been 1,000 years. There's a way to do this, dude.
It sounds to me like this show is being written by people who have never watched the show.
Actually, it's being produced. Executive producer is Tawny Mason. The executive producer is Tawny Mason. Yeah, Newsom. Sorry, she's a huge Trekkie. She grew up watching Voyager on UPN. It's how much of a Trekkie she is.
All right.
The way Danny Lyon said that last comment that she said makes me wonder if I ever go to her house, she has a sign, "Pants at the door."
I'm sorry, what sign?
when you, I don't remember the words. I'm sorry, but you said something recently about sex being a particular way. I was like, the way you said that is like, do you have a sign at your door? Is pants at the door? Like you have to walk in naked, like Ferengis and they're female have to walk around naked and shit. Anyway, go ahead, continue. Sorry,
no, my house is really boring, and you have to wade through a sea of chickens to get to my door.
Yeah, you don't want to be naked around chickens, dude.
So,
yeah,
I didn't want to step in my food.
Yeah, you might have a pecker pecking on your pecker.
And to be honest, Pearl is pretty pecky. She'll definitely take a jab at your toes. Little wiggly toes.
You have a bunch of
Pearl will be all
walking
over
around.
those. Because I know anytime I have my hands down near the ground, if I'm putting down some treats or something for them, she is all over those fingers.
So yeah, when it comes to this particular character, and I personally liked her. The consequences of how she came about doesn't matter to me. Having a Jem'Hadar Klingon hybrid works with what we know about each race, and the fact that she continuously talks about both of her heritages means that she still has strong ties to both, and I actually like that as well.
Do you like Kick's character?
I mean, and also it's quite possible that they'll explain it at some point in the show, right? Obviously it was introduced as a topic in a sense to raise controversy and to make people talk about it, right? Because you have to make people talk about a show like this to get other people to watch it, right? Even if people are hate watching it, hate watching is still watching.
I mean, it's like when Worf's baby mama first arrived on Star Trek Next Generation. They just said, "Oh, she's half human."
Killed? Yeah.
What?
The one that got killed.
Yes, the one that got killed by Duras. Okay, did anyone have these massive discussions how the hell did they have a half human, half Klingon? What's the compatibility? How do you know their DNA would work? blah 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 blah. No, we just accepted it.
Was Worf full Klingon, or was he half Klingon?
He was full Klingon, raised by human parents.
That's right. Yeah, I knew there was a human.
He was a Jungle Book story.
Yeah, Alexander. He sent Alexander for his to live with his parents as well.
Yeah. Cool.
So yeah, it's like
then
we've had hybrids before. Simon Tarses was a quarter Romulan.
We did a whole episode where everything is related anyway, so everybody's all related.
We didn't have this massive argument. How did Simon Tarses' grandmother fuck a human?
Well, that was answered because there was I don't care. If you want to get nerdy on that, that was because the lady who played the changeling, female changeling, she actually played another role in which Star Trek found out that there was an ancient race that spread their seed across the galaxy, which ended up creating Cardassians, humans, and so there was already a genetic familiarity across the races to begin with.
I mean, it still seems extremely unlikely that after all those generations of evolution that they'd still be able to reproduce. But whatever.
That part makes no absolute sense. But I would imagine there are genetic engineering things that people have done that were legal within the Federation to have children.
Mm.
Well, and not only that, but I mean, it's quite possible that when those seeds were spread, it was done with the intention that these different species would be able to reproduce. I mean, it sounds like it was all engineered anyway. So, I mean, you could find a million pretend excuses for why shit works when it probably shouldn't. But
well, as much as I don't like them at all times, there's a series of Star Trek books that are non-canon to the rest of most of the Star Trek books that are written by or helped written by William Shatner.
Mm.
And basically in that series Kirk is brought back to life after the end of Generations.
Okay.
And he ends up hooking up with a half Romulan, half Klingon.
It sounds like something Kirk would do.
And they have a kid together. So now we have a quarter Klingon, quarter Romulan, half human child. And Kirk notes that it's like, when he looks at his child, it looks like those, all that mix match was meant to be type thing.
Right.
Like, yeah, they might have come from different races, but it looks like they should never have been separated to begin with.
Right. I mean, and that was the whole point of that, was that, no matter how different everybody is, we're actually all the same, and we shouldn't really fight with each other. We should try and get along.
Yeah. I mean, Tukat's daughter was half human, right? Or Bajoran.
Half Bajoran.
No, I mean, relating to actual humans on Earth, that we shouldn't fight with each other. We should get along. That was the point of the episode.
Oh, yeah.
It has nothing to do with alien species at all. So, I mean, it was, but it wasn't. It was like, club over the head analogies and shit.
Well, see, I don't get it. If you have sex with a monkey, does the sperm penetrate the monkey's egg, but it just creates an unviable life form? Or does it not even penetrate the egg?
No, it can penetrate the egg. It can technically fertilize it, but because the chromosomes don't match, it won't become viable. Yeah. And it won't start dividing.
So there's a chance if you just fucking do something about it.
I don't recommend you actually look into it, but there was a study done, or not a study, there was a series of experiments done by a certain Russian scientist who combined gorilla and chimpanzee semen with human ovum.
Dude, it just sounds like LDG wants to fuck a monkey.
Listen, I'm on FBI databases, okay?
Yeah, I'm like, that's what it sounds like, man.
Don't do that, man. Leave the monkeys alone. Dude.
You're talking to somebody who originally thought that dogs and cats were the same species. Just dogs were males and cats were females.
Oh, that's adorable.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
That's what I originally thought.
How old were you
man.
when you thought that?
I mean, that was back when I thought all dogs go to heaven. I like around that time.
Okay, so you were pretty young. Gotcha.
All right, so
yeah, I was very young. Yeah,
to be completely fair, hold on. To be completely fair to LDG, if he wants to fuck a chimpanzee,
You know, stop right there.
Don't
Just
hold on. Let me finish.
Right
I don't
there.
entirely blame
Nope.
you. Zira was really hot in Planet of the Apes.
Listen, I thought some weird things when I was young.
Dr. Zayas, Dr. Zayas. Oh, Dr. Zayas, Dr. Zayas, Dr. Zayas.
Listen. I thought dogs were males, cats were females. I thought you had to drink water in order to continue breathing, and I thought the sun followed me. Fuck you if you think that's a problem, okay?
The sun does follow you.
I used to literally like go to the sink and make sure I drink water because I thought that's how the body like reproduced oxygen.
Well, I mean, you do need to drink water.
Yeah.
No, but I literally thought it had to do with breathing. I thought if I didn't drink enough water, I would stop breathing.
Which is weird because if you drink too much water, you actually probably will stop breathing.
Yeah, you can drown by drinking a lot of water. Yeah.
Yes, and then the sun one, I had evidence. At least when I did walk around, it did look like the sun was following me. Okay,
it is following you. It's following everybody.
Well, no, it's following you from your perspective because you're on a rock orbiting the sun.
But I said, it's following everybody.
So in a sense, we're more following the sun than the sun is following us.
In the same way that two people can see a rainbow and at the same time at two different locations.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just light refraction. Like
exactly.
Yes.
It's not mad.
The rainbow you're seeing is only the rainbow yours. No two people can see the same exact rainbow.
Well, they can see
unless you take a picture of it. You take a picture of it, then more people see it.
In order for two people to see the same exact rainbow, you both have to be sharing the same eyeballs.
Not true. You take a picture of it.
If you take a picture, if you take two pictures of the same fucking rainbow, they both are in a different location.
If you take one picture of a rainbow and show it to everybody, they're seeing the exact same thing you're seeing.
Well, if you see, okay, yeah. Fucking shit. God damn it. Leave it to Elihu.
So good.
What light reflection, man? Come on.
Oh, Elihu, I got a really cute picture of the moon the other day. I'm going to email it to you.
Ooh, okay.
It was like, it was that new moon. It was just the
whose moon?
sliver.
Oh, the moon. Okay, sorry.
Actually, it was in a little video that came the clearest, so I'll send you that one. I don't know why
it's been raining and
I didn't mean
it's been raining cloudy here. I want to take the telescope out. I can't. It's cloudy.
Quite a few really clear nights because every time I go out and there's like just stars blazing in the sky, I'm like, Elihu would love this.
Yes, I would. I'm lucky if I can see Jupiter or Saturn. I can't even see any stars. If I'm downtown, I cannot see any stars at night. I only see his planets. That sucks.
And we got 2 more baby goaties this week too.
Ooh, nice crescent.
Well, I love this because the solar system is the only system where you can see Uranus, in front of you.
You know, I don't have the Uranus clips like Chris does, right?
Yeah, I didn't log on to that one, dude. I logged on to my account. I would have played it, but. And don't forget about the lunar eclipse in 2 weeks.
Ooh, nice. I do love a lunar eclipse.
Yes.
Are we going to be able to see it here? Theoretically?
The entire West Coast will see 100% of it if you have clear skies.
Sweet.
I see.
Night, though.
LDG would get about 15% because he's in Florida, East Coast. But West Coast, around 11.
Oh, I might even be able to stay up till 11. I mean, I probably
What's the only thing that sees a lunar eclipse every single day?
Your underwear?
Your toilet.
Wouldn't it be the sun?
Your toilet. No.
Oh.
Your toilet is the only thing that sees a lunar eclipse every single day.
Well, unless you're constipated as a man.
Okay, bye, Gap. It was nice to have you here.
Take care, Gap.
Constant interaction in our chat. It's a delight.
But yeah, at least when it comes to the first episode, I really don't understand the hate. There was obviously little references to previous Trek, which is appreciated to me. It wasn't full-on member berries all the time. At least as of the first 2 episodes, the Jet Reno character from Discovery.
Yeah, take Navarro, whatever. Take something up our last name.
Well, I'm just talking about the character. I'm not talking about the actress.
Yeah.
She seemed to be in episode, or she was in scenes, but I don't think she had a point yet. I mean, yeah, she's the physics teacher, and she's also the little sport coach thing, which is fine by me. But it's like she didn't have a scene where she actually like connected with most of the students, except for the main protagonist. So I don't know.
Trek has haters on the first episode, and TNG had it. All Trek had freaking. You always have that percentage of people, no matter what the episode is, that hates the new Trek that comes out, no matter what, just verbatim.
Well, I know, but I'm just I'm actually offering a critique. I think she was underutilized. I would have liked to see her at least have one of those scenes where she's connecting with more than just one student. Because Ricardo had his big scene with the holographic student, and I appreciated her character being the giddiness, having the giddiness. Yeah, she admits that her giddiness was programmed into her, but I also feel that Robert Ricardo being uncomfortable with it was interesting. It was a good take on it. You know what I mean?
I believe the
show takes place like in relation to the other Star Trek shows.
This one takes place about like 500 years after Picard.
Prodigy. Okay. I was going to say, I think this has something to stem with what happened to the crew of the Prodigy. Because you notice that little quip, he became all of a sudden upset and irritated when she mentioned them.
Is that you with the chirping birds, Vile?
Probably. Because Elihu noticed it earlier. I'm at the park. I'm at my usual spot at the park.
Nice.
I'm not down in Mexico this week.
Gotcha.
So,
you know what I did hate about episode 1? Just like that.
Okay,
I hated that there's no Chrissy Fields, there's no Coit Tower, there's no Pier 39. Like, what the fuck happened to the waterfront of San Francisco? Come on.
Sorry, man. Wasn't there like a giant war or something at some point during the Star Trekian history?
No, it's just the uprising, the Bell Riots. That was all.
No.
Hold on, Elihu. Did any of those things exist in all other previous shots of Starfleet Academy throughout Star Trek history?
Yes, you had Chrissy Field there. You could see Coit Tower. Now, when they show the city line itself, there's no more Chrissy Fields, no more Coit Tower, there's no more Pier 39. Like, what the hell happened to the city? And when they show the night sign from the Embarcadero, it stops at Van Ness. The light stops at Van Ness, but the hill goes up. I'm like, wait, where's the rest of the street? They're messing up the city line. Van Ness. When Market Street, when you look at the Embarcadero, Van Ness. When you're looking up Market Street from the Embarcadero, you see a straight line up to Van Ness. Then it goes up. The Market Street goes uphill. The lights stop at Van Ness Avenue. Like, what the hell happened to the city? They're messing up the city skyline. I hate that.
Well, it was 500 years. So
yeah, but it's a hill. The city is a hill. Market Street is hilly once you get past Van Ness Avenue. I'm like, what the hell? There's nothing there. It's like it's black and flat.
I've been watching Smallville, and I gotta say, this lower mainland doesn't look anything like Kansas should look like. So.
Sorry.
In the central San Fernando Valley region of Los Angeles, California. How do you go about
that? Mike?
Very nice. Very nice. Van Nuys, California.
Sorry, I went to how do you pronounce Van Nuys, and it pronounces it Van Nuys, not Venice or whatever the fuck you were saying.
The street is called Van Ness Avenue, not Van Nuys. I never said Van Nuys. I said Van Ness.
Oh, okay.
That's the name of the street.
To me, it sounded like you were saying Van Nuys, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Explain that, because I didn't know what the hell you were talking about. You didn't say a street. You just started saying Van Ness, and I'm like, no, are you talking about Van Nuys? And then all you did was say you corrected my pronunciation without telling me what the fuck you were talking about.
And I also agree with Beckett Mariner about the Golden Gate Bridge. Why do we have a bridge? Nobody drives anymore. And I still don't like Sean Ferrick's response. But it's pretty. Yeah, it is pretty, but still, there's no need for it. Okay, I'm done hating on Academy.
In 500 years, there could have been changes. They could have, decided they didn't need it there anymore.
It's all solar panels on the bridge, technically. So.
Yeah, I could imagine, a lot of the buildings may have been, deemed unsafe, so they pulled them down, or
could have been a really big earthquake.
If that's the case, a couple of those buildings should not still be standing.
Well, maybe some of them were rebuilt, some weren't. Who knows? I'm not gonna complain about that kind of stuff in a freaking science fiction show. I'm sorry.
Yeah. They probably filmed it somewhere that isn't San Francisco. So,
but altogether, I enjoyed the first
They did film some scenes here because I didn't recognize the street. So they did film some scenes in San Francisco.
Now,
well, I guess they decided it just wasn't that essential to placate the few people who actually were from San Francisco watching the show.
They show Alcatraz and the bridge too much. I'm like, come on.
Well, Alcatraz could just still be an island that, with a museum on it. That's it.
Yeah, it's pure granite. Yeah, that's gonna be there for a while. It can withstand a 9.5 earthquake before anything happens to the island itself.
Yeah. What else?
Less Sharknado.
I gotta admit, most of the first episode I just enjoyed. As for the second episode, yeah, a lot of things were telegraphed. I don't have an issue with, as soon as, one guy I saw complaining, as soon as he saw the chicken white, when the main character is like about to flee the academy because, he has issues with Starfleet.
Caleb. Yeah, Caleb.
He's like, well, I could tell right away that she was a Betazoid because, they mentioned the Betazoid delegation arriving and she's, right there and she's all empathetic and everything. I'm like, yeah, dude, everyone could tell she was a fucking Betazoid as soon as she was on screen. I mean, the whole point is they mentioned the delegation was arriving, so that would make sense. What's the problem with it? It's not like it should have been a twist. Oh, it turns out she's Betazoid. What the fuck are you complaining about?
Yeah, it made sense with the flow of the show.
Well, sometimes people just have to complain about stuff. Pickles is constantly complaining about stuff.
Yeah, especially when it comes to WandaVision.
Hold on, I'm trying to light my cigar.
Everybody is comparing Tamara to Phoenix. I'm like, no, she's the female version of Tin Man. That's why she has that implant.
Sorry, say that again. You're comparing who to who?
The one of the complaints that Tamara, Caleb's girlfriend, the Betazoid you're talking about, they're saying the reason why she has the implant is because she's so powerful, like the Phoenix of the X-Men. I'm like, no, it has nothing to do with that. Nobody's mentioning Tin Man. She has the exact powers as Tin Man did. Highly empathetic.
You mean the Betazoid from Tin Man, not necessarily Tin Man.
Yeah, the Betazoid. Yeah,
Tin Man was the ship.
Yeah, nobody's mentioning the Betazoid from the Tin Man guy. Nobody's mentioning that. They're comparing her from Phoenix to X-Men because she's a woman. I'm like, what the fuck? Go with Star Trek history. Remember the episode Tin Man? The Betazoid, who was highly empathetic, who was shunned, who had to be isolated from everybody else because of his empathetic powers and shit? 1,000 years. They got a device to stop that. She is just like this. I wish people would stop comparing her to Phoenix.
All right, guys, I'm going to just interject quickly. I'm going to head out because I want to go and get my morning walk done because I got a bunch of stuff to do today, and I just want to get out and get my exercise part of the day done. But I will I'll talk to you all soon.
Okay.
So Chris is not streaming for today or next week, right?
Correct.
What, you're not? Really?
Yeah,
he's
moving, so he doesn't have his shit set up yet.
Yeah.
He's moving.
And he's got stuff to do. So.
And the character you're referring to, and later, Dandelion.
Hi, guys.
The person you're talking about is Tam Elbrun.
Thank you.
I just looked up a list of all the Betazoids that have appeared in Star Trek, and my God, there's like not that many. We have, as a named Betazoids, throughout the entirety of Star Trek, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So yeah, 25 total.
Out of 800 episodes plus? Wow.
2 in Voyager.
With out of those 25, 6 of them are either a Troy or a Riker.
Yeah.
And then you have some that are only Betazoids in Apocrypha. So in other words, they're mentioned in the script as being Betazoids, but they don't actually say anything on screen about them being Betazoids. Like the original Voyager helmsman Stoddy was a Betazoid, but they don't mention that ever.
The original pilot in Voyager was Betazoid.
I just realized something. How come we call him Riker when he's supposed to be called Troy when the man takes the woman's name? Remember that joke? Joke that the bridge made. You have the man, Commander Troy.
Well, hold on. When it came to what we're talking about, for the Troys and Rikers they mentioned, they're talking about Deanna Troy, Lwaxana Troy, Ian Troy, Kestra Troy, Kestra Troy Riker, and Thaddeus Troy Riker. So they're literally talking about Diana's kids, Lwaxana's kids, and that's it.
Oh yeah, I know, but I was just wondering why Will never took Diana's last name like the Great Desert tradition.
I think it was a joke. It was a fucking joke in Star Trek Nemesis. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and if you want to talk about like even single episode or multiple episode Betazoids, the only ones we have are Lwaxana, hybrid. Sorry, Troy, Deanna Troy, hybrid. We have Lon Suter, who was in several episodes of Voyager before he did his heroic sacrifice.
Oh, I meant three Betazoids in Voyager.
And Lwaxana. There was also the episode that had Devanani Rawl, and you had the one we were referring to earlier, Tam Elbram. So that means in all of Star Trek, we've only had 5 characters that you could argue are about the entirety of the race that we know of. So there's not that many big examples when you're looking at 5 individuals for representing an entire planet across, 6 shows and hundreds of characters. So yeah, I don't know. To me, I think it's a good addition. I liked her character. I thought that some of the reasons why she and the main character were arguing were very juvenile, which fits their characterization as being fucking juveniles. So I realize people are like you said earlier, LDG, it's Star Trek 90210. Well, no shit. The main characters are fucking teenagers. What's wrong with them acting like teenagers?
Nothing. Unless you're 30-year-old, unless you're 29 and 30, act like a teenager at Beverly Hills, then maybe.
And again, I'm only referring to the first 2 episodes right now. I did start the 3rd episode, but I didn't finish it before I wanted to go to bed. I wish Chris was up here so we could freaking because I think he's seen it too.
What, episode 3?
No, at least episodes 1 and 2.
Oh.
What other main complaints do we have? Because the Klingon who's into science as opposed to being a warrior. I will say this: from what I seen of his character in the first 2 episodes, he's not running away from his warrior heritage. He just himself happens to be more of a pacifist and into science, which I don't have an issue with.
Like they have Klingons who are more into law than the battle.
Yeah, I mean,
Star Trek 5. Come on, they got lawyers, you got judges. Hello.
We've seen the warrior Klingon over and over and over again. I mean, that's their their whole shtick is being the proud warrior race ever since Next Generation. So, what's wrong with having, you know, one that happens to be into science? It's like playing a D&D character. Yeah, I'm going to be an orc alchemist.
A work.
Yeah, or an orc. What's the? I can't think right now. The orc, the profession where you're making a lot of stuff, like the engineer.
The blacksmith. Oh shit.
No, there's a specific name for it. I can't remember.
Yeah.
I'm having a brain fart.
No, not a forger. Fuck. I can't remember, dude. It's been a while since I played D&D.
All right.
You look it up. I'm gonna get
Artificer. Artificer. That's the one I'm talking about. Artificer.
Thank you.
Like, not every fucking orc has to be, you know, a barbarian. You can have an artificer. You can have you can have an orc wizard. I realize the race themselves are geared towards one thing, but you can always go against the grain and create an interesting character. I don't have problems with that. I mean, I loved frickin' Nog in Deep Space Nine. And we saw him go from, you know, greedy Ferengi to Starfleet officer. You know, we saw Rom go from a waiter to and maintaining his brother's equipment to being a Bajoran engineer.
And the Grand Nagus.
Later on, the Grand Nagus, yeah, but again, that was the last season type thing.
Well, yeah. Yeah, he likes to fix things. So, like, yeah, why not?
Not every individual has to follow the tropes of their race. And going against the grain, I enjoy. Now, the Jem'Hadar Klingon hybrid obviously still pertains to the warrior ethos of her races, which is fine. I don't see the issue of, like, well, he's a science nerd. I don't want my big burly guy being a science nerd. Fuck that. I don't care. I also like the inclusion of the Brickar, or however you pronounce it, from Prodigy. Mostly because of I was a huge fan of the Peter David Star Trek New Frontier books, and it was in his books where they introduced the Brickar, or Bricker, again, however you pronounce it.
Yeah.
And seeing one, granted, the way the artist depicted the Bricker in on the covers for New Frontier is not how they appeared in Prodigy, but I don't have an issue with that either, because, you know, races change, and if you want to do it for that way for the show, let it be that way for the show. It's not like freaking races haven't changed throughout the course of Star Trek. Just look at Klingons and Trill. So, you know, sometimes you retcon what a race looks like. It just happens in Star Trek.
Yeah, how they did the Klingons, Kling orcs. Come on.
Well, not only that, I'm talking about just from TOS to TNG. Actually, not even TNG. It's TOS to TMP.
What do you think about Holly Hunter's character? People complain because people were complaining the way she's sitting in the captain's chair a lot. The way she's sitting, lounging, shoeless.
Yeah, the shoeless thing, I don't care, because I kind of agree with her. Sometimes I like to walk around barefoot, and it annoys people. No, I'm not. I'm not even kidding, Elihu. There have been times where at my house, I live in a trailer park, a mobile home park,
Mhm.
and there have been times I've walked from my house because I park on the street, and it's a good 300-400 yards away from the house, and I've walked barefoot to my car.
Ouch.
And I have quite literally had people complain to management about me walking barefoot. So I'm like, what is it? Why do you have an issue with me walking barefoot through the mobile home park? But apparently some people have issues with it. I don't know why, but screw it.
Who cares?
I'm
right?
not.
Even the nudist colonies have shoes.
It's not whether you have shoes, it's whether you want to wear them. And I understand not wanting to wear shoes all the time.
If you want to get diseases, then it's fine with me.
You're not going to get diseases from walking barefoot like that.
Yes,
I can't walk barefoot, period.
You absolutely do.
Yeah, if you get a cut or something has to penetrate your skin.
Yeah, and you can get cut on any part of your exposed body. It doesn't matter if it's on your feet or not.
Unless you're walking barefoot through poison ivy and poison oak, then yeah, you gotta be careful, man.
Yeah, watch where you're going.
Yeah.
And if you're going to complain, well, you can get cut on your foot. Well, you can also get cut on your legs. Well, if you're walking around in shorts, does that mean we should ban shorts? What the fuck are you talking about?
You don't have to get cut.
Saying the guy who's wearing shorts right now.
I didn't realize how many things they can get from walking barefoot.
God damn it.
I don't want to see your legs.
Oh my God, dude. Stop the crotch.
I got pants on.
I'm wearing shorts right now, too.
I got pants on. Too cold for shorts. It's 51, man. It's too cold for shorts.
Now, when it comes to, let's see.
Pants on.
The only time I wore shorts in public was when I was in Hawaii, okay? That was only 2 days out of a week. I wore shorts in public. I don't like wearing shorts.
Oh, hell, I was going to wear, I'm trying to get a new kilt, just so I can wear a kilt at work.
I hate people who wear shorts and put on heavy jackets. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh, I'll wear a hoodie with my shorts, but I wear a hoodie not because I'm hot or cold or whatnot. It's just because a hoodie is just comfortable sometimes.
You see people here wearing shorts and a heavy jacket. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, back to episode 2.
What else? What did people complain about on episode 2? Because I don't remember exactly.
It was a forced relationship connection.
Again, I wouldn't say forced if you know anything about Star Trek. Because what did Riker and Deanna talk about with the whole anxiety thing later on?
I know, but the people were saying the way that Caleb and Genesis looked at each other, they should have hooked up, not these two.
Well, she obviously showed that she was jealous of the Betazoid character in episode 2.
Mm-hmm.
But she's also, she's in the little love triangle between, main character dude and annoying jock dude.
Durham.
And then there's the other love triangle between her, main character dude, and Betazoid chick. And I love the fact that I'm just saying attributes and you're actually saying the names because I think that's funny to, because I'm just going by attributes at this point. Oh,
okay,
we lost LDB.
Okay, well, another complaint. Basically, I'm going to give you a scenario here, okay? Here's a complaint. Hey, stranger, Star Trek Trekkie, can you hum the theme song to DS9? The answer? Yes, of course. What up, Enterprise? Oh, yeah, Faith in the Heart. What about TNG? No problem. Academy. It's not a song you can hum to, you can recall. I watch every single episode of Star Trek Academy, and I still cannot recall the theme song, how it sounds, how it starts. It's so fucking difficult. I agree with that complaint.
Well, I can agree with that in principle, but I did like the imagery they chose.
Yeah, the tree with the category. Yeah, that was good analogy. Yeah.
How a tree growing versus the academy growing. I like the imagery. I like the metaphor. Is it a little heavy-handed? Yes, but it works. But yeah, when it comes to the theme song, you're absolutely correct. I don't think I could. Again, I've only seen it twice.
I've seen 7. I'm like, do. No, let's do. No, let's do. No, it's. I can't. I still can't. No, nope, I can't. Sorry.
But I'll be honest. I also couldn't hum Lower Decks' theme song, but I loved Lower Decks. I could probably do Discoveries just because it had that violin right at the beginning, and I've got my issues with violins. No.
Voyager is my ringtone.
Strange New Worlds is just like a rehash of TOS, so that's easy. I couldn't do Prodigies, and I liked Prodigy too. And I certainly couldn't do Starfleet Cadets or Star Trek Cadets because I've never seen an episode of Star Trek Cadets.
Hey, I just got a notification here. A 7.1 earthquake hit Kalimantan, Indonesia. 7.1 in Indonesia. Fucking egg. Sorry. Holy shit. They've been having 4s and 5s lately, but a 7.1? Holy shit. Let me check this out. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I gotta check out the shake map here.
Well, so altogether, I like the first 2 episodes as of right now. I don't know if I'm going to enjoy anything else after this point. I don't have an issue with the teen drama stuff because they're literally teenagers. And as a father of teenagers right now, and I'll always have been a father of teenagers, especially with Katty. It's fine, and I don't hate the idea of Star Trek doing something a little different. I don't want TNG every single time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Every single Star Trek has been just a little bit different. You got baseline with the TOS and TAS. You got Next Generation being quite literally the next generation. You got Deep Space Nine, it primarily taking place on a stationary location. You got Voyager, which is, Gilligan's starship. You got Enterprise, which is, the prequel series to see how things are set up for the baseline. You got Discovery being fish out of time, at least when it comes to the later episodes. Again, I didn't really like Discovery's first 2 seasons, so I'm not going to really count that in my analysis because, they weren't good. Strange New Worlds is, again, baseline, unfortunately. And I don't know how, I stopped watching Strange New Worlds in like season 2. How many are they on, like season 3 or 4? What are they on?
I'm sorry, I was typing something else. What?
Strange New Worlds. How many seasons have they done?
4.
Yeah, so because they just repeated the TOS formula, I've not really been into Strange New Worlds all that much.
I'm waiting for the puppet episode.
Now, I did watch the crossover that they did with Lower Decks, and I loved the freaking crossover with Lower Decks. That was so fucking awesome.
Jack Quaid, Riker. I still can't believe you fucking improvised that when Frakes was directing in the chair. Yeah, rumor was that he slid down off his chair laughing so hard.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're going to go back to Academy because you were asking me about what I thought of Holly Hunter's character. I didn't quite answer that because LDG brought up the foot thing.
Oh, yeah, he's a foot fetish guy. He's a Quentin Tarantino guy. So, yeah. What about?
I don't like her, and I don't hate her primarily. I think her reasons for leaving Starfleet was good. I like the fact that she basically did a Picard for Star Trek Picard thing. She saw that the Federation was changing. She didn't like how it was, and she left temporarily. And that makes sense to me. I mean, we've seen several times where if the Federation compromises its ideals, people leave the Federation. That was the whole point behind the Maquis. They felt that the Federation wasn't upholding their ideals.
And the idea behind Section 31.
There's that too.
Yeah. Although the movie doesn't count, it sucked.
Oh yeah, the movie sucked. Sarah, I wanted to like Star Trek Section 31, but no, I did not enjoy it. Sorry.
I tried to. I'm like, I've only seen it once. I cannot see it again. I'm sorry.
Yes, Star Trek Section 31 could be in contention with the worst Star Trek movies.
Besides Insurrection.
Yeah,
as a long episode.
Insurrection and Into Darkness are the two that keep flip-flopping for me to being which one's the worst.
Insurrection's the worst.
Insurrection is not a bad movie or a long episode.
It's just a long episode. That's all it is. It's not a movie.
But my issue with Insurrection is the fact that it's the same fucking plot as Generations. That's what I didn't like about it. The Argo, I liked. Insurrection, I thought it was, or no, that was Nemesis. Never mind. What was it? What did they introduce in Nemesis that was really bad?
The Data holographic suit.
No, I didn't have an issue with that because that was actually kind of a throwback to something they did in TOS. Oh, sorry, TAS. So yeah, I don't have an issue with that. Yeah, my issue with Insurrection was just the plot. Madman wants to destroy a planet to gain immortality. I'm sorry, we just did that in Generations. Why the fuck did we do it again? Everything else about it I enjoyed. Like Worf and Picard singing Gilbert and Sullivan to Data. I'm sorry. I realized that might have been a cringe point in the episode, but it was fucking funny. And it worked as far as I was concerned.
What about the time slowing down part?
Yeah, don't have an issue with that either. Aliens can do alien shit. Who cares?
And Picard can do it too.
Was he able to do it because of the planet? Because of the person he was standing next to?
Yeah, it doesn't explain that.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be explained.
Yeah.
I mean, if he starts doing it outside of that frickin' planet, then we might have something to talk about. But it could be just a property of the planet. Who knows?
Like the property of the planet when the only time we played the flute was the inner light. We never saw that again.
No, we saw the flute multiple times. What the fuck are you talking about?
Him playing the flute.
Yeah, he played it in multiple episodes. What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh shit, I'm sorry. You did, never mind. I need more weed. I need more weed.
Remember, there's a whole episode where he falls in love with a piano player and they play the flute and piano.
That's right. Sorry. Oh, yeah. A little bowl.
All right. What else should we talk about? Because as I said, there's not much to hate as far as I'm concerned in Starfleet Academy as of episode 2.
Well, there's an episode coming out that people complained about.
Well, I haven't got there yet, so we're not going to talk about it.
Yeah. I had no problem with it. Because I used to watch Enterprise all the time. I had no problem with that scene.
Now, one of the reasons I didn't get around to watching Starfleet Academy until last night was one show that I was watching this week that distracted me from it, and only because I stopped watching it halfway through originally. I watched The Good Place.
Never seen it.
You've never seen it? What about you, LDG?
Nope. I don't think he's paying attention.
Pickles, are you there?
What?
He's watching cartoons on his other monitor.
I said it. The other thing I was watching was the reason I didn't watch more episodes of Starfleet Academy was I watched The Good Place. Have you seen it?
Of The Good Place?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it.
What did you think? Because I only finally finished watching it this week.
Oh, it started out interesting, and it kept me going. I thought the ending was a little short because it got canceled quickly, but it wasn't that bad. It was an interesting take on the afterlife, and you had Ted Dancing and that blonde chick.
Yep.
I mean, it wasn't bad. A nice sitcom. I didn't hate it. I thought it ended too soon.
Well, I think they ended it on their own terms, which I did enjoy. I mean, that last episode was all about the endings for each character, and I liked how they did it.
Yeah. Yeah,
there's too many...
the guy going in the frog guy and the portal between the afterlife and the real life. You had the guy with the frogs, and then you had that crazy freaking chaotic room that they went to where everything was up and down, left and right. You had the whole Jeremy Membley. What was
Jeremy Jeremy?
Jeremy. I mean, that was kind of funny. And the eye just sits by itself. It's like,
yeah. What is the eye? The eye is Tuesdays and sometimes July. I'm sorry, that's funny.
Yeah. I mean, it was okay. I just thought I wanted to see go because I think it was only like 3 seasons.
I think it was 4 seasons, but each season was only like 12 episodes.
Yeah. I was hoping I like what they went with the whole like they caught you off guard. You thought it was heaven, but it was really hell. Like I said, it was good, entertaining. I'd ask anybody to watch it at least once. I was just wishing it went on longer.
No, I think it lasted as long as it needed to. I don't think it should have gone on longer. And excuse me 1 second. Excuse me.
Time's up.
Sorry.
Any show should go on as long as possible. I mean, a good enough show.
No, I liked how they had an actual ending for the series. I mean, too many shows don't have a good ending, and I think they had a good ending for it. I think it's kind of funny how after spending time in the bad place, they end up getting put in charge of the good place.
Mm-hmm.
And
nobody could curse.
Well, I don't know if they changed that. I think after a while they just didn't have the need to.
Farts smell like flowers.
They got those to make his farts smell like roses.
As for when it comes to the afterlife stuff, yeah. I liked how they handled with societal complexity. Any decision that you might think is good could have unintended negative side effects, and that could necessarily put you in the bad place. I did like that.
Yeah, I did like that. I think the most important part was once you found out, and I don't remember if it was the end of season 1 or if it was the end of season 2, but once you found out the ruse, right? Like at the beginning, you thought everything was heaven. It kind of changed it for me, and then the ending just seemed a little bit forced, a little bit.
Well, I don't know if it was forced, but it was definitely rushed that last season. Because they wanted to tie up everything.
Yeah, they knew they were stopping. That's why, which is cool. They closed it up. They didn't do it like Sliders did, and other episodes that knew they were closing, and they just like kind of like, okay, we can either do a closing, or we can leave a huge cliffhanger and hope that people bitch enough for us to have another season. I don't like that.
I did like
Stargate U.
What's funny is their whole solution to the good place, basically meaning you get to decide, or you realize at one point that your afterlife should just end because you've done everything you want to, you've accomplished everything, you're completely at peace. To me, that's a whole metaphor for euthanasia, essentially. Getting to decide when your time is up. And I think they handled it very well, and I kind of enjoyed it.
To be honest, I liked the explanation for heaven and hell better. I liked The Good Place, but the explanation for what was that show with Satan?
I don't know. There's a lot of shows with Satan, so you're gonna have to be more specific.
The Satan, he had a girlfriend. Charismatic, skinny guy. He had a brother that was that black actor. Lucifer, yeah. I think the explanation of heaven and hell for Lucifer is better than the good show, but the Good Place.
Actually,
but I still like the Good Place.
Hold on, the endings of how heaven and hell work essentially is the same when it comes to their changing of the quote unquote bad place or hell as a redemptive strategy for certain individuals.
What do you mean?
Well, in Lucifer, he realizes if you interfere with somebody's hell, they actually have the opportunity to get to heaven.
No.
And that was the whole ending of Lucifer, is he's changing hell as more of a therapy session so people can actually better themselves to get into heaven. And that's the same thing that the Good Place did.
Hell was a therapy session. Everybody was put in their own loop. And as long as you didn't break the loop, you stayed in hell. You were able to get out of hell in Lucifer before he did any kind of changing.
No one ever did, though, until he interfered.
A couple people did.
No, it was said in the show. The guy who he interfered with that one time was the first person to actually do it.
Oh, really? Well, I missed that bit.
So, it instead of it being, hell is just a place to torture people, it could be a place to rehabilitate people.
Yeah.
But the problem is you need help to be rehabilitated. You can't do it on your own, which is exactly how rehabilitation is supposed to work.
And it's a therapy session in the last episodes.
Yeah. So, again, the premise, as in, rehabilitation versus just straight up torture, is the same thing that both The Good Place and Lucifer did, which makes sense to me. I've never understood the idea behind infinite torture for finite crimes on a religious level.
Yeah.
The nerve endings are controlled by your brain, and your brain is no longer active. How does that work?
All right. Anything else you guys want to talk about before I end the stream?
Oh, shit. There was something else. I forgot what it was. Damn it. Remind everybody the March 3rd for the lunar eclipse. I can't remember anything else.
Oh, yeah. The main topic we already hit, so.
I'm pretty much good.
All right, well, let's go back to Starfleet Academy just for one last thing. What did you think? How do you think of this ship?
I liked it.
I'll say this. The bottom part of the ship, I get why it's designed that way, so it can, like dock at the Academy on Earth. But in space, that the way it looks kind of goofy to me. I'll say that much. The nacelles forming little like wing patterns, that I thought was kind of cool. But I don't know. I kind of wanted I think the ship would look better flattened.
No, I still like the nacelles.
No, the nacelles I like. I'm talking about the bottom part that sticks out the bottom of the saucer.
Oh.
That's the part that kind of like, it looks a little weird to me, especially when it's in space.
Like a beer belly?
No, more like, it's like finding a nice stick that's nice and straight, but it has one knob sticking out the side that just ruins the aesthetic. Oh. That's what it looked like to me. But again, I don't have to like every ship. I think the Cerritos is dumb looking, but I think it also fits for the series, having a ship that's dumb looking. If that makes sense.
Kind of, but I still like it. People thought Voyager, the way the nacelles moved up and down, was stupid. I'm like, why? That's pretty cool.
No, I always thought when it came to Voyager, I liked the way Voyager looked originally. I thought the moving nacelles were cool, but again, we're talking when Voyager came out, I was a teenager. What I didn't like when it comes to Starfleet ships was after seeing Voyager and then seeing the Sovereign class.
Oh.
To me, that was like, all you did was scale up Voyager and give it longer nacelles. It's still the spoon-shaped fucking ship. And I realize it's supposed to look sleek and fast, but I don't know. To me, the Galaxy class was so much better as a ship.
Voyager was able to go into an atmosphere.
Yeah, which makes sense for it being sleek.
Yeah.
I don't think the Sovereign can go and land on planets. I'm going to check real quick. Why is my phone not turning on? There we go.
I can easily do this. Can the Sovereign class ship in Star Trek land on planets? No, the Sovereign class cannot land. It lacks landing struts and is designed exclusively for deep space operations and atmospheric flight.
Yeah, I was just checking the MSD, and yeah, it does not have landing struts. So yeah, I think the only ships that I've seen that actually have landing struts are this Intrepid, the Prometheus, the Defiant, and the Nova.
Which ships can land?
Several Starfleet vessels are specifically designed with landing gear and atmospheric capabilities. Intrepid class, e.g. USS Voyager. Defiant class, Nova class. Prometheus class, runabouts and shuttlecraft. Most larger ships like the Galaxy or Sovereign classes must remain in orbit and use transporters or shuttles.
There you go.
So literally the four I mentioned, and of course shuttles and runabouts. I mean, that's just kind of a given. Yeah. I mean, hell, that's one of the reasons why I specifically chose, the Raven and the runabout for my character, the VileMike character in the reviews to use, was in case I wanted to have people land on a planet. That was it. I don't know if I'm going to bring back the actual SS Vile, and right now the runabout does not have a name. But who knows? Maybe for the 300th episode for CNA Stream, we'll name the runabout.
What are you going to name it?
I don't know. I don't know yet. We're still 10 episodes away. We can leave it up to the chat and decide what we're going to name the thing, and I will even include that into a script, which I will be. I'm still working on the next episode. Our artist friend, Conservatorium, is working on avatars for me because I don't want to do live action for myself because I thought it looked really stupid in the episode where I was captured. So I'm gonna use an avatar similar to how Katty and VileStyle were portrayed in the last review. I have slight issues with his interpretation of the avatar right now. Because I'm not gonna. I'll show it on another, or I'll make a post onto Blue Sky and Twitter. I'll show you what he came up with. But to me, Mrs. Vile pointed out I look like a Adventures of Tintin character.
Speaking of Mrs. Vile, where is she? She hasn't popped in the chat.
I don't know. Let me shoot her a message real quick.
Yeah, she didn't pop in the earlier chat or this chat. I'm looking. I'm scrolling like I don't see her anywhere.
Oh, come on. Don't skip.
Did she forget you were streaming?
Sorry, I'm just sending her a message saying you awake.
or is she like, oh, he's not down here. I don't have to get him coffee. I'm staying in bed.
Sorry, I'm sending her a message. Elihu wanted to know why you haven't been in the chat.
What's her response? He's not here. I don't have to give him coffee. That would be my response.
Elihu wanted to know why you have not stopped by the chat.
I am getting hungry. Damn it. Too cold. I gotta put on my heavy jacket.
She's typing right now.
Oh, the three little dots. Doesn't mean anything. It means you can be looking at the message. Doesn't mean you're typing. Yeah, those three dots does not mean somebody's typing. It means they're looking at the message.
Okay, she says, because I was doing laundry and calling my family in Guadalajara and Michoacan. Fuck, I can't pronounce that correctly.
Okay. I think it's the first stream I haven't seen her in the chat. Oh well, case of rum.
I could really go for some rum right now. All right.
Video.
Anything you want to bring up specifically before I end the stream?
Aliens are real.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
Okay, not in the way you're thinking.
We've got several hundred billion galaxies, several hundred billion stars alone in our Milky Way galaxy.
Okay, I'm not going to go in the Drake equation with you because, yes, probability speaking, there are extraterrestrial life has to exist. I'm referring to the fact that, no, aliens have not been to fucking Earth.
That's my question, yeah. Aliens, right. Yes. Have they been to Earth?
Now, okay, so she says that the reason she's talking with her family is because apparently some big narco capo has been killed and several businesses have been set on fire in those areas. So she's checking on her family.
Oh, okay. I didn't ask, but okay, hope they're okay.
I'm asking right now.
And that's the sound of silence.
Yeah, apparently her brother in Guadalajara, they're in lockdown right now, and he's stuck at his parents' place. But everyone, she does say everyone's okay.
Okay, good.
Well, since Chris is not doing his stream tonight, I do have to work today because I'm trying to. Well, I'm choosing to work today in order to take off the middle part of the week so I can go down to Mexico and celebrate Mrs. Vile's birthday. So, happy early birthday, babe, even though you're not listening to this. And so if I finish work early, I might do one of my community offensive streams tonight, just so we can get the group together and chat. Maybe talk more about Star Trek, Starfleet Academy. I still just want to call it Star Trek Academy, but it's Star Trek Starfleet Academy.
Starfleet Academy, yes. Because Starfleet is in Alameda. Headquarters itself, the Academy is in Alameda. The headquarters itself is San Francisco.
Yeah, it's. To me, I will probably keep calling it Star Trek Academy. So maybe I'll do that. It just depends on how long it takes me to get everything done, because I want to try to work a full 8 hours. So if I start at 11, I won't be done till like 7. Because I got to go home and change. Oh, she decided to stop in. There you go, Elihu. How you doing, babe? Glad everyone's okay.
Hola, señorita Cardenas.
I was relaying your messages online, or as you sent them to me. So,
well, since you're here, I can say this: happy early birthday.
Yes, happy early birthday, babe. Even though it's literally a week away, it'll be next Saturday.
Which you don't stream on Saturdays, but still.
But now that Mrs. Vile has stopped in and alleviated Elihu's worries that she wasn't here, I will end the stream. I will maybe see you guys later today. If not, I'll see you next week. And I will be posting the next episode sometime this week. I guarantee you.
You hope.
She said thank you in the chat, Elihu.
I see that.
All right. Later, folks.
Later, weirdos.